Realities stands for researching evidence-based alternatives in living, imaginative, traumatised, integrated and embodied systems, because ultimately that's what we're doing to tackle unjust and unavoidable differences in people's health. We are finding new alternative ways of thinking about the system, researching and evidencing it by bringing together a collective of people living in local communities who have first-hand experience of being homeless, poor, unemployed, displaced, been affected by poor mental health, or spent time in prison. By securing Phase 2 funding from HRC's Health Disparities Programme, we were able to throw ourselves into cutting-edge research, investigating how local, cultural and natural assets and activities support improvements in health inequalities in the UK. And we're now in a position to test and replicate the transdisciplinary systems-level realities model to converge data and bring different versions of knowledge and reality into dialogue to further understand how community assets can be integrated with health systems and mobilised to address place-based health inequalities at a UK-wide scale. Our work so far has taken a deep dive into 3 place-based community asset hubs in Scotland: North Lanarkshire, Easter Ross in the Highlands and Clackmannanshire. Our other non-geographical community asset hub in Phase 2, The Outliers, has connected with ex-prisoners, asylum seekers, refugees and other homeless populations. We've managed to get this far because of an initial investment by AHRC's place-based programme supporting Art is Everywhere in North Lanarkshire. Through this work, we've connected with incredible artists, grassroots community organisations, NHS and local partners in collaboration with North Lanarkshire Council to tackle inequalities through the arts. Art is everywhere in North Lanarkshire, not just in galleries and on walls, in books and frames. Art isn't just a place you go to or a thing some creative people do. It's in every relationship, every conversation. It's what makes us human. Art is process. Art is activism.
It's been a huge privilege, and when I mean privilege, I mean an honest privilege, getting to know the team here in North Lanarkshire Council and doing what I genuinely believe is going to change not only the face of North Lanarkshire, but it's actually going to change the way we work in local government and national government, and actually try and shape, not try, we will shape the way inequalities is measured. The art is incredible. The people are incredible. I've never worked with a council before like this, that is just yes and what can we do? How can we make this happen? And I genuinely believe that if you've got the right people around you, anything can happen.
Art is Everywhere came around very organically. Marissa and I were sitting on the Youth Theatre Art Scotland board together, and I was getting to know a bit about Marissa's background, and at that point our department was having conversations about our next steps. Where were we going? What was our identity? How were we going to get more people involved in the arts in North Lanarkshire? So Marissa and I met and had a chat, and almost it was like serendipity in terms of our thinking matched Marissa's work, and we were able to find an application and apply for money for Art is Everywhere through the Arts and Humanities Fund.
For me, this is the exciting bit now. I think we've got the kind of the tools in which to create a strategy for North Lanarkshire Council for the arts side of things. So just working with partners and through the medium of art, whatever that may be, it's just such an exciting time to be involved in it. And I think this is just the starting point, quite frankly. So we, as the team, I head up the arts development team from the performing arts side of things. And I think that just the staff are absolutely, so with it. They get it, see the importance of it. And I just think it's really important that rather than a kind of hobbyist approach, we're now linked with all these, the plan for North Lanarkshire in terms of what they're trying to do. And I think arts fits in to everything, hence why Art is Everywhere.
People take notice of art. It's one thing that people often refer back to, even when we're living through dire times, kind of like we are right now, really. Art is always a very useful point in which for society to return to, and for that reason it's invaluable, really, because it speaks about culture, it speaks about social inequalities and all kinds of other things. It's a vehicle through which these serious messages can be told.